So when the Australian Museum came to us with the brief, describing what they wanted for the exhibition, I think their mindset was for something quite traditional in terms of animation and showcasing what is in the exhibition. We came back with something totally different than that, and I think from their perspective it was quite refreshing to see something a little bit left of field and something that might grab people's attention before they go in. Unknown to most people, street art is the largest art movement in the world. And that's what really inspired us with the treatment that we went back to the museum with. So the techniques we used were stop frame animation and time-lapse photography. And that was us doing things and creating the content from us actually doing the pieces of artwork and other people doing artwork. One of the big challenges with the chalk art installations we did was that the time it took to do the artwork was over 4 hours. So the sun would come over and the light changes, creating huge shadows over the artwork. In the end, it actually added to the dynamic and really gave the pieces a really interesting look and feel. One of the main visuals we were trying to create was a massive stencil graffiti of Alexander the Great. So some of the sensitivities with working with stencils at such a large scale, that some of the stencils were over 3 meters long, so it was hard. Multiple hands holding up stencils while we painted one colour down, and then over the top we laid over another colour. So the scale was something I hadn't worked at before at that sort of scale. We spoke to Gosford Council. They offered us a space that's amazing. It was a vacant shopping centre in the centre of Gosford. It's full of old walls and it was just the perfect location. So with their backing and their support, we found some great spots to do the stencil art and also the wheat pasting as well. So it was a perfect location. And you get one sort of shot at it, you know, you get one shot to get this wall done and then it falls down and then you quickly hold it back up, and we just got straight into it, so it was really good. The end result was amazing. So we're thrilled to have the space that council sort of allowed us to do the artworks in, and naturally we went back in there after and cleaned it all up and stuff like that, but it was really good to know that we had support by the local community, that we had places to create these artworks. So we did another art piece which was a wheat paste stencil of Alexander the Great as if he was a child today, and then we projected up next to it stats about key facts about Alexander in his day and facts about kids today. But the wheat pasting side of things, wheat pasting is when you just get paper and water and flour, which is just a basic glue, stick it on a wall and rub it on the wall. But it's really fast, so it's all in the preparation. You create your images, which tend to be photocopied and tiled up with A3 bits of paper to create a massive image. You roll that up, sticky tape them all together, roll it up, and then get to the wall that you need, roll it out, and then slap the glue on with a paintbrush or a squeegee, and then it's done. On the strength of what we did for the foyer visuals, the museum asked us to create an animation for inside the exhibition, which was in a space called the Tholos. It was a curved wall. So we digitised images from ceramic urns, and then we animated those into funeral games such as javelin, discus, running, archery, boxing, wrestling. So it was really cool. Again, it was a really refreshing angle for the museum, and it adds to the experience once you walk through the exhibition. I think the most valuable thing I learned is to really back yourself and the team that you work with, because we weren't quite sure how things were going to turn out. We did a lot of preparation, we did a lot of research, we had everything lined up, we had great help from everyone. So when we went to the museum to play it in front of the executive team, we were a bit nervous, a bit apprehensive, and we were confident that it looked amazing, but it was so left of field for them that we weren't sure how it was going to fly. They were blown away, they loved it, they were so excited about it. It was just really, really new for them, and it was something, they were probably as nervous as we were when we were creating it. You know, they weren't sure how it was going to end up. They'd seen storyboards and mood boards and simple animations and stuff, but they weren't to know how the end piece was going to come together. And I think once all the little bits of artwork come together in one clip, they were so happy with the end result. It's open for the next couple of months, so it's definitely a must-see. It's once in a lifetime exhibition. It's the biggest exhibition to ever come to Australia, so get down there and check it out. It's really cool.